So what if the US government told you that reality isn't real, that you are, in fact, living in a hologram?
It sounds like science fiction, doesn't it?
It does, but in 2003, they basically admitted it. Today, we are diving into one of the most bizarre documents ever declassified by the CIA.
We are. It's called the Analysis and Assessment of the Gateway Process, written way back in 1983, but kept under wraps for 20 years.
And the reason for it is, well, it's just as strange as the content itself. The CIA, the Army, they tasked a Lieutenant Colonel, Wayne McDonnell, with a very specific mission.
Right. They wanted him to figure out if things like transcendental meditation could produce advanced abilities.
And by advanced abilities, they weren't talking about, better focus.
No, not at all. They were looking at out-of-body experiences, extrasensory perception, ESP. They wanted to know if psychic spies were real and if they could train them.
Okay, so let's get into the core claim of this report, because it's mind-bending. The entire paper argues that the universe is fundamentally immaterial.
Exactly. It says that what we perceive as reality is actually constructed by our consciousness.
And they don't just say this, they ground it in some heavy science.
They do. They lean heavily on quantum field theory, or QFT. And the takeaway for you listening at home is that QFT suggests nothing is truly solid.
So the chair you're sitting on,
Your body, the room you're in, it's all just vibrating fields of energy, interacting frequencies.
that feels like a huge leap, though. From a physics theory to reality as a hologram.
Well, they treated it as a working truth. They even cite people like Aldous Huxley, the author.
Right, I remember that part. Huxley's observation that a solid chair is basically an illusion.
Yes, just a collection of particles vibrating in an organized way. The report takes that and runs with it. It says, okay, if existence is just frequencies,
Then we should be able to tune our own frequency.
precisely, which is where the technique comes in, the practical side of all this theory.
Hemi-Sync. Hemispheric synchronization.
It's an audio technology developed by Robert Monroe. The idea is to use sound to get your brain's left and right hemispheres to synchronize, to work together.
And they do this with something called binaural beats, right?
Yeah, it's a fascinating audio trick. You wear headphones, and they play a slightly different frequency in each ear, say 170 hertz in your left ear.
And 174 on your right.
And your brain, trying to make sense of it, actually creates a third phantom frequency, the 4 hertz difference.
And 4 hertz is significant. That's the theta wave state.
The sweet spot. It's the state between waking and dreaming, deep meditation. They call this target state Focus 10.
Mind awake, body asleep.
Exactly. And the report hypothesizes that in this coherent, synchronized state, a person can literally shift their consciousness
Out of their physical body.
and into the surrounding environment. They were explicitly trying to engineer out-of-body experiences.
So to them, this wasn't magic, it was physics. If consciousness is energy and the universe is just a giant energy field,
Then achieving Focus 10 lets your energy field resonate with the universe's energy field. Consciousness can then move freely beyond time and space.
so let's just pause on that. A US government agency was officially studying how to transcend reality. They concluded consciousness isn't tied to the body.
And then they hid that conclusion for 20 years, from 1983 to 2003. Which begs the question, why?
I mean, what does this actually mean for us, for you listening?
Well, the declassification itself suggests these ideas are becoming maybe less taboo. The report says people can be trained to see the frequency-based nature of reality.
So if everyone knew they could just tune out, leave the system,
What would that do to the system?
it makes you really question the distinction between the solid reality you perceive every day.
And the fundamental quantum reality the CIA was